All right, and what is up? Let's talk about delayed gratification. Yeah, my girls are to the left, you're right of me, but yeah, so don't mind me just looking back for but yeah, delayed gratification. But first I want to just break that down for you. For anybody that is tuning in for the first time, I am giving y'all information to access to information that we have that are putting people in position to win on an accelerated level. Myself, as well as the Retired In365 community that has been around for years now, and it's only getting greater and greater. People are literally not only able to retire from their jobs within a 365-day period or sooner, but really the information that we give is more than just financial level information. It's also something that you can use in your everyday life. So we have morning motivation. If you missed it, that's just it. You missed it. Sometimes things are recorded, but you want to get in contact with me to find out just more insight on how you can gain access to the things that we can give you access to without you actually being a part of what we do. But yeah, back to really what I wanted to talk about, delayed gratification. First and foremost, what is gratification? So what I did was look that up right now. And gratification is pleasure, especially when gained from the satisfaction of a desire. I ask people all the time, like, what do you want? You know, and why do I ask that? Because of the insight now that I have of knowing life is really about what you want, as well as awareness, but it's really what you want, not really necessities. These other words that were just put into the world to justify for meanings that are unknown, you know, and everything does have an answer. So just in reference to jotting some things down, once you realize, I'll be right with you, baby. When you realize what is delayed gratification, it hasn't come yet. And I mentioned in a lot of my videos, everything starts from within, you know. So as we are unraveling this information about you and you get to know who you are as an individual, not like your name or not like your hand or any exterior feature, but really the inner faculties. Once you start to develop a higher consciousness of those things, a new world just opens up for you. And it's important to keep going, especially once you realize your awareness, because now that you have an idea about it, it's only a matter of time before it shows up in the physical reality. And majority of people really just hold it in their mind. They don't understand themselves yet, or ever sometimes. So it's just always a thought, you know, it's always just a daydream. It's always just in the head. Yes, baby. You want a cookie? Okay, give me, I got you. So yeah, it's important that you keep going, because that's really how you get to see it in physical form. You have so many things that can influence you on a day-to-day basis. So you may be into something and then you see something that you're inspired by. So then you switch, let's just say, your occupation, and you start doing something else. And it's like, you know, if the idea isn't for you to really master that, but just to get to do it, then there is no real desire in what you're actually doing. So nothing really ever gets to see its full potential on what can be done, if that makes sense. So it's coming, and you want to make sure you're there when it arrives, or else it'll just be given to someone else. I literally got to see that before my eyes. I went to a Run the Play convention with Justin Owens. Well, not with Justin Owens, but he actually did the whole thing. It was his Run the Play event. And with that, there was someone who had initially won a car, but because they resigned or quit what they were doing, they weren't there, and it arrived for them. However, someone else whose car was actually acting up for some time, wrote down, which is another topic that we'll get into at some point in time. She wrote down that she needed a car. She wanted that car in particular. The car that she currently had was consistently messing up. So boom, delayed gratification for her. She got what she wanted. Now and in this case, what she needed, but she got what she wanted. She wrote it down. She waited. She consistently asked for it. She consistently thought about it, and it physically showed up for her to have. So once you realize it's from within, for me, my world paused for a second, not literally a second, but just a second, because now I needed to just observe my surroundings. Like, okay, okay, it's okay to stop. It's okay to think. It's okay to observe what is happening exterior to help you to see what's happening within. Like when you're by yourself, you see how you feel inside based on your thoughts. When you're around someone else, are your feelings the same? Does it feel better? Does it feel the opposite of better? Whatever you want to look that up as. And I'm finding that coincidences aren't really that. Like, I was thinking of someone, one of my sisters within the community, because she's seen something to me. Shout out to Jazz. She had seen something during a book club that we had, and she had stopped to speak, and she said, "Amber, when it hits for you, like, yeah." And I was looking like, okay, but I also was aware at the time, like I was redefining who I knew I wanted to be, but I was still in the making of it. But she already seen that. So, the other day I just had to have like, girl, I love you, like, because now my memory is able to backtrack all of the people who seen something in me that I didn't see at that time and moment, and at least spoke up and said something in reference to it. And I'm appreciative for those moments because they're still here to see me grow. They're still here to see me develop. So I'm grateful for those moments. So yeah, I started jotting down these questions. What do you want your world to look like? Like what? Millions of people, there are millions of worlds, although we all live in one world, if that makes sense to you. So what do you want your world to look like? It's time to really start to jot some things down. Are you paying attention to your internal feelings, as I just went over that? Like, what do you feel? Mama? When you're by yourself. Yeah. We can make you some more rice, okay? She loves rice. And do you see a difference? Better yet, no. See is exterior. Do you feel a difference with the awareness of your conscious level opening up? Like, so when you talk about delayed gratification, it's on its way. It is on its way. And I don't want you to miss your opportunity because you're impatient. Patience is a virtue. It really is. That's one thing I've always had. That's why I'm just now so happy and grateful that I'm able to connect the other things that come with patience, the gratification, the humility. It's just so easy to look at someone now that you may be on a higher level, and you may want to say things that don't fit now with where you are. However, you possibly could have been once there from a standpoint. And everyone just has a different level of where they currently are, and that's okay. The goal is to empower, inspire, inform, and really just grow. So shout out to, again, the Retired In365 community on that mental, spiritual level, because it's allowing me to really just go off in my own personal development and really see who I am as a human being. Like, we're all the same. Like, we are literally all the same. And like I said, I can get so in depth with other things, but I want to stay on track with that delayed gratification, family. don't miss your ride. Like, you did not see this by accident. I don't care what anybody says. You are seeing this for a reason, and I want you to get in contact with me ASAP. So yes, I do have 2 Facebooks. You can hit me up on either one. It's totally fine. As well as Instagram. You can DM me. That's totally fine. And just let me know where you see me from. Well, let me know you see me from YouTube at least, if anything, whatever. But yeah, I want to help y'all. I want to help y'all at a time like August 4th, where you may feel like you're forced to do some things that you may not want to do because you may feel like you're stuck. You may feel like you don't have any other options. So that's when this information comes in and just really takes over and shows you there's so much more to life. And shout outs to my mentors. I love y'all so much. And yeah, we actually have a personal training literally at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So let you get plugged in before that, you'll have access to that. And I say, you can't really put a price on things, but if I did say, I would say this is $1 million plus information that we give, because when you learn something in your mind, it's like a rubber band, you can't unlearn it. So why would you continuously do something that was not giving you access to yourself, that you now have access to information that does do that? You know, I'm not going to re-say that, just replay it. But yeah, peace and love, family. Definitely want to get that out here. Do not miss your spot. Get in contact with me so I can plug you into the Retired In365 community. We love y'all. We want to see y'all win. We always want to see everybody win, and it is our pleasure to really take you to an accelerated level. You just have to be the individuals to say, yes, you want to do it, and let me tend to my babies, because I'm finding myself talking a little bit more fast to rush, and I don't want to do that. So peace and love, family. I will holler at y'all.